Hey everybody. I have had 3 days of no painting, so I am super excited to be back. So I've just had a lot going on. I want to thank you all for the birthday wishes. Those were awesome to read. I'm still like 3 days behind on getting back to everybody, but thank you very much. And I have been working. I haven't been doing nothing. I have been doing some resining and working on these. So I guess I didn't have everything I needed. So these are edge glued rounds. They can be purchased, pretty much all the hardware stores have them. They're on eBay, Etsy, everywhere. This is 18 inches and I want to say it was $7, about $7 bucks. They do require a little bit of sanding, especially the edges. So I sand them, then I put on a couple layers of gesso, and then I will show you, I'll show you various stages of them. So this one I painted and I resined. It's a little dusty because it was sitting on the floor upside down, because I then sanded down the back where there were, oh, there's a little piece of part I missed. I taped the back, but there's still little bits of resin. So I sanded that all down with a metal file and then put a couple coats of white paint on it. And then I will show you how I hung it. So there's this one. Resined, sanded, painted, and then 2D hooks, the wire, and then I just have bumpers right there to protect the wall. So it works really well. It hangs flat. That was my biggest concern, was that it would hang away from the wall, but it hangs perfectly flat. Because somebody had also said keyhole hangers, which this is a little rough. As I'm talking to you, I'm actually going to sand that down a little. Keyhole hangers, which I couldn't find at the hardware store. I found them on Amazon, but not at the hardware store. And by then I'd already tried the D-rings. I just missed a couple spots, so there we go. And you can see a little bit of the wood grain through it. When you resin it, you can barely see it, but I'm okay with that. Ugh, my hands. I think it looks cool. You know, initially when I was trying to price these, and I've had to add in a lot of time. I mean, I had to rethink pricing versus my canvases, because there's so much more prep work and post prep work, and they take a lot of time. It's not just a canvas where I paint it, varnish it, and I'm done. This is more involved, but I'm kind of having fun doing it a little bit, doing something that's a little more complex. I'm finding that fun. And I'm really getting into resin, and I'm getting better at it the more I do it, so that's exciting. I'm trying to open my white paint right now, which seems to have gotten, since it's been a couple days since I painted. I also cleaned my studio. I even vacuumed it. Like all the, because you know, there's little pieces of resin and stuff from when I would take the razor and clean the backs of these. And if any of you have stepped on resin shards, you know how painful that is. So, finally got it open. Yay. All right. So for this, I've got I'm going to do a mallet puddle like I did in the last couple videos, but I'm going to do it on here. And I'm going to, when I smash it, I'm going to have to be careful to smash very lightly, because when you hit the wood, it explodes. And I do not want that. Because I just cleaned up. And I also don't want to be covered head to toe in paint. So I'm going to try to be somewhat neater. This piece I will also have to make sure I clean really well, because it will have a lot of silicone in it. Sorry I'm moving around so much, but somebody commented, you know, so annoying to hear you out of breath. And I'm like, yeah, I tend to run around and then I turn the camera on to film and I'm still panting from doing 33 things at once in my basement, and tried to get my body to speed up to where my brain's at. So these paints are mixed with Floetrol and water. And the purple is Liquitex Basic Prism Violet. It's a really pretty, like, it's like, when you hear the word purple, this is, you know, what I think of. And my favorite magenta, which is Liquitex Basics Magenta. Every brand has their own magenta color, and I like theirs the best. And I'm waiting for 40% off paint sale, but that hasn't happened for a long time. This is Artist Love Metallic Blue. All of these are my favorites for these colors. Because as I said, every brand differs a little bit. So, and Artist Loft Deep Yellow. And my white paint is my Dutch Boy Interior latex paint. I don't have the can next to me, so I can't show you. But it's the same one I use in all of my videos. I really need to make a Google Docs page, because people are, you know, that they ask very similar questions, and I need to put up a Google Docs page so that I have one place, united place for everybody to find their answers. All right, so I poured some white into here, and in here I'm going to put treadmill silicone, which had been opened and I found tilted over on the floor. It had been like that for a few days. 1, 2, 3. Luckily, it was just on these foam mats that, well, actually there's no floor down here anyway, so it really doesn't matter. There's no carpeting, or it's just concrete. So I will start, I'm going to do, I think, littler puddles. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. All right. I guess I got to make it a little bigger than that. It's such a pretty purple. Okay. Set those off to the side. I feel that there should be green. So there's hardly any left in this, but I'm going to so now this has the silicone. You can see it reacting right away. There's a chance that green had silicone in it, but it didn't say it on the lid, and usually I write it on the lid. Oh, there was a big chunk in that one. There was something that when I was down here, I was doing some resin right before this, and there's something I was going to ask you guys, and yikes, now I don't remember what it was. Okay, so this one totally got eaten by the white. Ooh, thanks. So now I'm just adding white. I'm not adding more silicone to it. But I am going to use actually, I just got this at the dollar store. I think I will use, I just got this spatula, and I think I'm going to use this to spread out. Sort of. Best I can without disrupting all of it, I suppose. To give it a little bit of a coating. Yeah, I like the way this is shaped. It's easy to use. Now I gotta try and remember to clean it so that I don't ruin it like all the others. what happens. Get some paper towel so I can wipe it. Okay. I think I'll do all of the same color first. Let's do green next. So far, so good. Did I only do two? Oh, here's one. Oh, yes. Well, I turned a pair of pants into paint paints, so now they have been broken in. They're official. Now I just have the yellow, I guess. Alright. This, you know what this looks like is, if any of you were into that paint splatter look of the 1980s, that's exactly what this looks like. So right now I'm looking at it and it is really hard to tell where there's paint and where there's not. I should have been more careful about filling it all in with white, but I'm going to torch it real fast first to get out the air bubbles, which will help me see. To start by adding along the sides, because those for sure don't have anything. I'm just filling in where I see bald spots. Because if you try and tilt and there's big bald spots, the paint curls isn't the right word, can't flow over. It'll try and flow over itself. And it makes it all scrunched together. That was totally probably the wrong words to use to describe paint, but I don't know if any better ones, so. This seems to be a very detailed piece. Alrighty, so I think I better just start, well, I use my finger, I guess, to try and get the rest of these holes before, because otherwise it will be a disaster. Oh, that whole area was bald, as is this. Sorry, I'm quite quiet on this one because I'm concentrating. Usually they're not, usually my pieces aren't this detailed, I guess. And I don't even know if I'm going to like how it is after I tilt it, because I haven't even gotten that far yet. I want to make sure all of this is right first. So yeah, I'm just filling in with my finger if you're just tuning in, or skipping forward, still making sure that the whole canvas has paint before I tilt. There we go. All right. And I'm not even sure if I like it because it looks a little crazy. And it might not want to tilt very much. In which case, I'm honestly not sure. I don't want it to dry with bald spots. Looks like a big celebration. It's not really wanting to go anywhere. There's just not enough paint on here. Wow, that's never my issue. Usually it's like, oh my gosh, I have so much paint, I don't know what to do. what I can do and what I may have to do is like do some swipes in some areas. If I can't get it to start moving. It's actually a little bit too busy for my taste. Yeah, that's just the wood. You can see the wood right through it. If I just flood some areas. Oh, there's more paint. Boy, that could have been bad. Could have like totally burned. Set the wood on fire. But another thing the torching will do is when the paint heats up, it will move a little bit. Got it drying. These pieces, even with all the gesso, still starts to dry. I'm just going to do this little area and see what happens. That is helping. Oh, goodness. So that will make it a little less busy. As I am de-busifying it, simplifying it. I'm realizing this is probably getting to be a very long video, but it's all right. Whatever it takes. decide if I like it or not. Oh my gosh, right here, there's an eye, a nose. Gosh, there's just no. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Looks pretty cool. I like that it reminds me of the 80s. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Bye.